Hey guys, it is Nina Soul. You are joining me once again for a Riding with a Witch video. I thought it was fucking sunny out here, and I'm like, you know what? I'm over here wearing shades and the sun ain't even out. Yeah. So you guys are joining me for another Riding with a Witch. I am heading to the shop. I'm heading to work. And today is a big hair day for me, so I had to bring my seat down a little bit lower because I got baby bop hair today. Yeah, so I'm riding to the shop, and I am not doing this video live because I don't know, just didn't feel like it. I guess I wanted to stay on topic. I noticed that when I do my live videos, I tend to get off topic, which I don't mind at all because I really do enjoy conversing with you guys. But when I'm talking about certain things, I feel like I need to stay on topic. Otherwise, it loses the flow and I'm not coming across clearly. I'm coming across like I'm just going back and forth. You know, and I'll start to ramble. You guys already know. You guys ask me one little thing and I could talk for a whole 20 minutes for one little thing. But so today's topic, I have a topic today, you guys. Today's topic is self-love. How to love yourself. What is self-love? What does it mean? You know, and some people, if you ever want to see somebody wiggle around in their seat and just have this like goofy look on their face, ask them if they love themselves. Ask them what they love about themselves, and I guarantee you they'll start to like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's usually the reaction. Usually the reaction when people ask you what do you mean is because you're gonna give them, they need a couple minutes to think about it, and they don't want to come off like they don't know. So instead of saying they don't know, they go, what do you mean, to kind of buy them a little bit of time, like, oh, come up with something quick, you know. So but when you ask somebody, even yourself, when you ask yourself, do I love myself? How do I love myself? What do I do to prove my love to myself? You know, you'll kind of, sorry you guys, I'm driving and like this person's just like, they don't know what they're doing, I guess. I don't know. I've been like behind this person for a little bit. So, anywho, when you love yourself, there is a level of respect that you have toward yourself. You respect your body in a certain kind of way. You respect, you hold yourself with a good moral standard. Not saying that you can't, you know, wear revealing things, short skirts, you know, shorts, whatever. I mean, I like to show off my body too, but in a way that I'm not like walking around fucking naked. You know, so in a way that's self-love right there too, because you ever notice that the girls that do feel like they have to show everything off, they're kind of seeking attention because they're looking for validation of how good they look or how beautiful their body is. And you should already know that. You should already know, and it doesn't matter your size, your figure, your shape of your body. All bodies are beautiful. Even the ones that have, you know, even people that have, you know, like I mean, I guess they would call it like disfigurements or whatever. Like if you, you know, if you only have one limb, or if you only have one arm or one hand or 9 fingers, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because our bodies are only capsules of what is inside. And you can have a beautiful soul and a gorgeous spirit, and your body might have flaws, but who cares? You know, eventually we grow old, Eventually we get wrinkles, our hair turns gray, our hair falls out. None of that, it's all temporary. All of it is temporary, but what isn't temporary is what's inside. That's forever. And so self-love is loving yourself for everything that you are, for how you look, for, you know, and if you're not happy with some of the things, you always have the power and the capacity to be able to change it. It's all in what you're wanting to do. And also loving yourself is putting boundaries on what you accept from other people, how you allow other people to treat you. A lot of times when we say, you know, when we have labels, for example, you know, I'm my mother's daughter, I'm my father's daughter, I have brothers, I have sisters. We have these labels of who we are as a family, as a whole. But at the same time, that those labels, you know, the fact that some people out there have you know, mothers that they feel that they need to do certain things for them, and they're being mistreated, and, you know, and you say, oh, you know, that's my mom, that's my mother, I have to do this, I have to accept this, I have to forgive this because that is my mother. That's not true. It's not true. And I'm not saying to hold grudges or anything, but forgiveness comes through change. Through the change of what that person, and it could be your mother, your sister, your brother, your father, your grandparents, whatever, you know, if they have done something to you to belittle you and to make you feel like you're smaller than what you are, and if they have called you names, if they have you know, criticized you in a negative way. There's positive criticism, there's criticism that comes from you know, not even criticizing you, you're basically, they're just telling you what it is that you're doing wrong and how you can make that part better, and the potential that you have to be a better person. But if they are calling you names and hurting your feelings and degrading you, just because you have that label of being the daughter or being the sister or being the brother or the father or whatever, you know, if you have that label, you still have the right to separate yourself, and maybe not permanently, but you have the right to separate yourself because you need to heal. There's healing that needs to go on. You need to, you know, there's a lot that needs to go on before, and not just within you, but if that person is apologetic for anything that it is that they have said or done to have hurt you, you can hear I'm sorry multiple times, but you have to have the actions behind the words, or the apology doesn't mean shit. So, and this goes for married people too, married couples. If your husband or your wife is belittling you and making you feel less than, this is something that needs to be communicated about. It needs to be talked about, because sometimes people don't know and they don't understand how they're making the other person feel. I mean, a lot of times people treat other people based off of the way that they've been treated, and it's a cycle that's never ending because it's never communicated about, it's never talked about, it's never discussed, there's never a conclusion or a solution, but there is constant search for problems. So when you talk to people and you let them know how they made you feel, and if they're not accepting and if they're not able to change, then you have to love yourself enough to know that there is no label out there that is worth you not loving yourself. And if that means that you have to separate yourself for a while, then so be it. Because if the people that it is that hurt you, if they really care about you, if they really love you, they have to sit with whatever it is that you needed to tell them. And that's the thing, is that you need to have the strength and the courage to be able to be upfront and to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Yes, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable to that person laughing at you, laughing in your face and telling you, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing wrong. Be vulnerable to that. Because if you come at a person, if a person is coming at you in a negative way and you come at this person in a negative way, there's no way that it could be made right. It's gonna, it builds itself. Negativity builds itself, and it could take over the whole situation. And that's why you always hear, oh, things got out of hand. Things got out of hand because there was two people coming at each other in negative ways, and that's how things build, and that's how they get out of hand. That's how things, you lose control, not only of your words but your actions as well. So you have to confront people. You have to be able, and not a lot of people like confrontation. Some of the people who are the most hurt and damaged people do not like confrontation, so they'll allow themselves to be hurt and damaged more and more and more until finally one day they snap. And you know, then there's the people that, oh, I wish I would have known they were going through this. And like, bitch, you probably were a catalyst to what it was they were going through. So this is why it's so important. Communication is always important, and it doesn't matter if it's with your parents, with your spouse, with your loved ones, with your daughters, with your sons, with your fathers, your mothers. It doesn't matter. You need to have communication. There is no label that makes that person greater than who you are. We are all equal people, and labels tend to put us in a rank of who and what we think we're allowed to do. Labels don't mean shit. I have plenty of people in my family that we are blood related, but I have people that are not blood related that I consider family more than some of the people that I actually have in my blood related family. And we have, you know, I have better connections and better communications with other people because I had made the conscious decision to know and to recognize that labels do not mean I have to put myself in a place where I allow people to treat me the way that they want to treat me. No. If you are going to be a part of my life, if you are going to be in my life, you are going to treat me the way I want you to treat me. The way I deserve to be treated. The way I say I deserve to be treated. Not how you think I deserve to be treated. Because you do not justify who I am. You cannot tell me what it is that I will and will not tolerate. Only I can make that decision. So sometimes, and it hurts, but sometimes loving yourself is letting go of people that you love. People that you feel you're supposed to tolerate these things. You're really not. You're really not supposed to. And you know, if you do, you're going to come to realize that you are going to attract more people that are going to want to damage you and hurt you than what you're going to attract of people that want to love you and genuinely care about you. It's a filtration system. You need to filter people in and out of your life. And yeah, and you know, I mean, I guess they say this in the Bible, thou shalt not judge. But here's the thing, if you don't judge who you're going to allow into your life, who you're going to trust, this is how people get hurt, by not you know, seeing who it is that they're gonna trust and who they're gonna trust in their homes and who they're gonna trust around their children. And you know, what do you get out of this? Hurt, pain, because You didn't want to place judgment on somebody, so you allowed them to come into your life, not genuinely care or love you, but to hurt you, manipulate you, and and you know what? When they walk away feeling powerful, because there are some people out there that build themselves up based off of who they can bring down. That is how some people will measure their powers, and they find their... Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to park, and it's a story of my life. People don't know how to fucking park, and then I gotta try to cram my way into a little fucking gap. Oh, all right. So, yeah. But that's it. You know, this is part of loving you. Part of loving you is filtering people in and out of your life, knowing what it is that you're deserving of, sticking to your guns. Do not allow people to tell you what you deserve. Don't allow people to tell you what you're capable of. Don't allow people to make you stop dreaming, because we all have dreams of what it is that we want to do in our lives. And some of us, our dreams don't come true because there was that person in their ear telling them it's not going to happen. So love yourself. And that's it, you guys. This has been another Riding with a Witch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your continued love and support. And I will see you guys at the next video. Don't forget to love yourself. Blessed be.